Wouldn't you know, the minute I hit play, somebody starts doing their lawn. I can't win this morning. Anyway, okay, let's get started. Hi, good morning. This is Jackie with VSG and PSA. Today is Saturday, June 9th, and it's about, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning. And the neighbor's doing their lawn. So, forgive me. Oh, look, they stopped. Good, they must be weed eating. Anyway, I am excited to do my 6-week post-op check-in. I'm gonna try and look in the right direction of the camera rather than always looking off to the side at myself, which I do. I'm trying to get better at this video thing. Again, I apologize for the background noise. Hopefully they won't last long. So today is week 6 post-op for me, and I'll put the deeper stats or the more detailed stats below. But just briefly, I started this whole process. I was 228 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 208 pounds. And today I am 185.8. Yay! So I didn't calculate what the loss was. I'll put it up somewhere what the loss was for the week. I think it was around 2 pounds this week. Or just over 2 pounds. And all this time I had been thinking, as I looked at this BMI calculator that I've used, that my ideal BMI, or where I got to the point where my BMI stated I was at a normal weight, was a BMI of 27. That's completely wrong. I'm surprised nobody's called me on that. It's actually 24.9, so anything under 25. I don't know if that's for everybody or just for my height, because I'm only 5'2". I'm 51 years old. But that's what it says an average or a healthy BMI is for me. So if I calculate everything correctly, I have just under 50 pounds to lose to get to that. I'm not really with it today. So when I calculate my BMI to be healthy, which should be 24.9, that means that at my height and age, my weight should be at 136 pounds. So I have not talked about goals other than I wanted to consistently lose weight and I wanted to be at a healthy BMI. But now that I'm looking at scale stuff related goals, if you look at my current weight, which is 185.8, that means I have just under 50 pounds to lose to hit a healthy BMI. Now, if you look up a ideal weight calculator for my height and age, it has me more like at 125 pounds. Well, I haven't been 125 pounds since I was maybe 19 years old. I mean, I would be quite diminutive at that weight, and I guess I could do that. But if I look at goals, and if I focus on goals, I'm really focused on the BMI first. And then secondly, I'll focus on a scale. But speaking of scales, a lot of people do their NSVs, right? Their non-scale victories. I've had a few this week that I wanted to point out. One is that last week I had mentioned I was having a really hard time getting all my water in. And so I think it was a victory that I found a way to get my water in this week. I'm still not nearly at 64 ounces, which they asked me to be at 1 month post-op. I'm not there, but I'm much better than I was. Like, I was averaging maybe 30 ounces of water. And I think it was because after surgery, before surgery, I drank a ton of water. And I used to use these little Mios, or the Walmart version of Mio, little water flavorings. And after surgery, they just tasted so chemically to me. Just weirdly nasty chemically. And they had a little bit of that pre-op, but post-op it really came to the forefront. And since you're eating all this stuff that's not particularly the most, desirable stuff that you want to eat, even though a lot of what I fixed was flavorful because I used a lot of spices and stuff where I could at those stages, I really just, the flavoring wasn't there. So I was just drinking plain water, and that's the only beverage I drink besides, I just made my smoothie. So this gross colored looking thing is my green smoothie that I have every morning. This particular one has, and the reason it looks really ugly, is it has spinach in it, because I always use spinach, a half a banana, half a small banana, and it's got the Unguri chocolate splendor protein, or whatever that's called, powder, which only has 21 grams of protein per scoop. So I added a little bit of the Genipro unflavored protein, like a quarter scoop of it, to bring me up to 30 grams of protein per shake. So anyway, the spinach and the chocolate together make it look like baby poop, green or brown. Doesn't matter. It tastes delicious because I like banana and chocolate together. So anyway, I don't even know why I went off on that. See, I've totally lost my train of thought today. But the non-scale victory is, oh, I know what I said. I only drink water and or a protein shake. That's it. I don't have coffee. I don't have tea. I don't have orange juice. I mean, any kind of anything. But someone on a video mentioned these little bad boys. True. Can you guys see that? It's called True, and they have, this happens to be grapefruit. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar, no preservatives, gluten-free. And basically, one packet equals a wedge of whichever fruit you buy. So there's grapefruit, orange, lime, lemon, and I want to say there's watermelon maybe too, and some other flavors. But I went on Amazon and I bought a 4-pack of those flavors: lemon, lime, grapefruit, and orange. And actually, my favorite is grapefruit, which I'm surprised by. Now, I am a sour kind of person. I like sour food. I like savory foods more than I like sweet. And so my husband tasted my water, where I put 2 of these packets in a 16-ounce bottle of water. And it was really sour to him, but I loved it. And I'm finding I'm drinking more water because it has flavor in it now. I don't know why. What is the psychology behind that? I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm finding that I'm doing my lifting of my water bottle way more often when I have some flavoring in it. And just in case anybody's wondering, nobody paid me to do this. These are my personal opinions. Everybody's happy. So anyway, I'm really happy. So I think that's a non-scale victory. I'm getting more water in. So now I'm averaging more like 46 to 50 ounces of water a day, even though I'm not drinking while I'm eating. I'm not trying not to drink 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after I eat. I'm finding that I'm drinking more water. I'm also listening to other people who say they start their day by drinking like a whole bottle, like 16.9 ounce bottle of water before they even have their smoothie or their breakfast. I don't know how they get that in, because I get up at 5:55 every morning, and I've got until about 7. I get one kid out the door. I get another one up and running. I do laundry usually. I do last night's dishes if there are any. And then by that time I think, oh gosh, I'm supposed to be drinking water. Well, then I need to have my protein shake and get the next kid out the door so I can do my 2-mile walk before I get to work. So and then it goes the Saturday morning airplane. What is that about? I guess I never realized how many airplanes go over my house on a Saturday morning. But it must be the 8:30 to 9 o'clock bank of aircraft. Anyway, so we've got lawn maintenance going on. We've got airplanes, and my 2 dogs are out here with me, but they're being quiet, which is amazing, because usually they bark their heads off because they're schnauzers and they're very noisy. Anyway, so that's a non-scale victory on the water. Flavoring in it does help. So if anybody else is struggling with that and you're not flavoring your water, and you don't really care for water, that has worked for me. So you might want to try that. I already think I said last time, I'm down 2 kind of regular jean sizes, which is great. But I think I'm getting close to going down to another size, because the tight 18s I was wearing and couldn't button, 3-4 weeks ago, are now starting to get a little loose in the waist. They're baggy in the thighs, but loose in the waist. So I'm excited about that. I also mentioned last time I went down 2 band sizes in my bra, and already, I don't know, I don't think I would have stretched them out in 2 weeks. But I bought these 2 new bras, same cup size, but a new 2 band sizes smaller than what I had previously been wearing. And I was hooking them on the loosest hook, and I'm already finding that I'm able to get it even on the second hook if I tried. I don't, but anyway. So I can see that I'm losing weight. You know, one thing I didn't do, guys? I didn't do measurements. I wish I had. I could start now, but I feel like I'd have to guesstimate what I had lost previously. But I wish I had done kind of like the bust, hip, waist, thigh, and arm measurements. But I'll just have to go by pictures. And frankly, right now I'm just feeling a little too lazy to just go through all that effort. I have a measuring tape I could use, but anyway. What else? Introducing, and I think that's all of the detailed stuff I wanted to share. Last time I had said I could not take my vitamins that had iron built into them, so now I'm taking these Celebrate, again, personal opinion, not selling anything, not being paid. Celebrate multivitamin chewables, pineapple strawberry, it's a good flavor. I also bought a bottle of grape. I take these twice a day, And now I can take my calcium, my citrate, which these are the chewables, which I know there's lots of different choices out there, guys, but I got the lemon chewables, which are actually pretty good. Again, I like sour, savory flavors over sweet. And my dogs just came up to me because they think that these are a TREAT, and they're not. Go lay down. So anyway, looks like they're their regular bag where I give them treats. Go lay down. Oh, sorry, babe. Anyway, so those are the new things for me this week. Really not much else to tell except for that it's getting hot, and I'm still getting my walks in every morning. I'm doing over 2 miles, and I use my Map My Walk app, which ties into my Fitness Pal. So I map the walk. I start that app in the morning, and when I leave, and then I turn on my Hamilton CD soundtrack on my music on my phone. And I have this thing called the Run, I think it's called Run Buddy or Run Pouch, something like that. But it's this magnetic pouch that I put on my hip, and you slide one part of it inside your waistband and the other side flips over. And it has a pouch in it that you lift up that has Velcro that's just big enough to slide my phone in. So I don't have to have an arm thing holding my big iPhone on it, or I don't have to hold my iPhone in my hand. And I use that, and I have wireless headset and earphones, and then I do a just over 2 mile walk every morning. I know I need to increase that. I know I need to do better, but hopefully I can start stretching that out a little bit. Usually the constraint for me is just time. I've got to get that in before I have to sit down to my first conference call or whatever it is that day, work-wise. And then I'm going to start also going to the pool and doing like water aerobics type activities and running the pool. And I'll probably do that. My walk takes me about 35 minutes at the most. But then when I start going to the pool, I'm going to try and plan like I do activity for an hour. I also want to buy a kickboard. They have some at the pool, but I think the lifeguards have to be there in order for me to borrow one. But I think I want to go to Walmart and grab a kickboard so I can do leg kicks. But anyway, I'm seriously rambling this morning. I think that's really it for me. Nothing else new. Just I feel like I'm staying the course. I'm chugging along. I'm consistently seeing the scale go down. I would recommend use some sort of app or some sort of tracker for your weight, because it is so heartening. I think it would be disheartening if I was seeing a stall, but it's very heartening to see even if it's slow, a continual progression. When I look at I show my weight loss from the very beginning. So when I was 228 pounds down to now 185.8. And it's just so nice to be able to see that continual graph go down. And even if there was a stall in there, we all know that the stalls break eventually. And so I can, see that. And there's days where you can tell that I only lost ounces, or weeks, where I only lost, 8 ounces or 10 ounces. And then I would have a bigger drop. So anyway, it's good. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be kind to one another, and leave comments if you have any questions. And I appreciate all y'all's support, and I love listening and watching lots of videos of other people. It's been a great experience so far. So hang in there, everybody. Bye.